What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back for a recap of Love and Hip Hop ATL. This is season 9, episodes 6 and 7. So, honey, this show has been off the hook, so let's talk about it, honey. So, we got all the ladies up in Tennessee on this ski trip. We got Bambi, we got Shekinah, or is it Shekinah? Let me call her Shekinah. You got Mimi, Karlie, Sierra, all of them, Spice, all of them is in this house together. And we see that there's an issue between Spice and Shekinah. And they are pretty much into it because Shekinah has not taken Spice to look for a house. She wants to settle into Atlanta with her children. She's sick of going back and forth, going to visit them, and then coming back home to Atlanta. So that is pretty much what the beef is between them. Shekinah, on the other hand, honey, she feels like Spice doesn't stay in Atlanta for longer than a week. And Spice, you can't be doing that, girl, okay? You want something done, you gotta be available. But I understand where Spice is coming from. She's really in her feelings because she feels like Shekinah is supposed to be her really good friend. And she don't like bitches that be, smiling and laughing and kikiing all up in her face, and then behind closed doors, we got business to handle together, and you supposed to be there for me, and I can't never contact you. You not picking up my phone calls. Now, at first, y'all, it looked like Shekinah wasn't even really taking it that serious. Like, it seemed like she wasn't as mad as Spice was. So that kind of led me to believe that maybe Spice is right about all of this, what's going on between the two of them. But I really do think that Shekinah really has a lot of love for Spice. I think it's all a misunderstanding. But girl, you gotta be there for your friend, okay? And let her know you really love her, okay? We also see that there's some tension between Karlie and Shekinah. Shekinah feel like Karlie keeps picking with her, messing with her. Karlie was trying to stick a damn dildo up her damn mouth and shit. She was all on the floor with it, dragging Shekinah. It was just crazy, honey. I said, you whores are just doing way too much for me, honey. Okay, way too much. And what the hell is up with Karlie's lips, you all? Karlie was an attractive woman. She didn't have to bother her face like that, okay? Girl, what is you doing? Now, one of the scenes that really meant a lot to me was Shekinah and how she had all the women in the kitchen, bonded with her, and she got to talking about her relationships with men and how most of the men she's been with has cheated on her, has abused her, and, she really went into this whole spiel of ever since we were little girls, our mothers and everybody has told us to get a man, follow a man, get you a good man, and look at what all these damn men do. And, Shekinah is just like, fuck all that. I just want to chase my bag. And I'm all the way here for it. Even though I'm in a relationship, I definitely have been there. These men are a disappointment. They are, because all you want to do, you guys, is just love on somebody, and you want somebody to love on you, be loyal to you. But it just seemed like people in this generation, honey, they don't move like that, okay? They be having side chicks, niggas be lying, niggas just, I don't know, they just ain't loyal. They weak. They try to be with you one day, and then they want to fool la la over here with this girl. It's just too much, honey. But I was here for what Shekinah was saying, because everything she was saying, it was true. And then she even brought up the Mimi situation with Stevie J, cheating on Mimi with Jocelyn, bringing Jocelyn around. Jocelyn was a stripper, throwing her all up in Mimi's face. That shit was just really crazy, though. Like, them first couple of seasons of Love and Hip Hop ATL, honey, when that little love triangle with Stevie J, Jocelyn, and Mimi, honey, it was just crazy. It was disrespectful. And I'm so glad that Shekinah brought that shit up. Mimi has stated, well, that is messed up, and I'm just now getting my child support because Stevie J and Faith are married, and that's why I'm kind of getting my child support. But Mimi, that's your motherfucking fault, because you should have been put that nigga on child support. Stop trying to help these niggas out. Stop trying to baby them, be they mammy. Put they ass on child support, honey. Okay, get your coins, take care of your kid. All right? Karlie ends up mentioning her situation with her husband and how when she was going through her whole IVF process, he was out cheating on her, had a woman in their bed and shit. I said, hell to the no, no, honey. It would not be me, honey. Okay. We also see all the ladies take a pregnancy test. Bambi, it turns out, is the only one that's really pregnant. And they end up tricking Sierra into thinking, that she's pregnant. So she gets her stick. She busts out crying. They like, girl, Sierra, you pregnant? She just was crying and crying like she was in the second grade. Honey, I couldn't believe I was looking at this grown-ass woman crying and crying. Now, Sierra, I got a bone to pick with you. Why are you messing with a nigga like BK after all the shit he's did to you on this show? You done been through all this shit with Shooter. Now you crying that you may be pregnant by BK? Girl, like, for you to be crying like that, you should have no business being with BK. Like, you obviously don't trust him. You obviously don't want him to be your child's father. And I'm not saying you have to have any more kids, but for you to be so sad like that, girl, that just wasn't a good look. You need to get rid of that man, honey. But yeah, it turns out, honey, that he may be messing around with somebody else, honey, because on this trip, Sierra hears from Tiffany Fox, honey, that BK had some white girl playing all up in his beard and shit while he was out. I was like, oh, hell no. But girl, I wouldn't be messing with no dusty ass BK. He ain't no better than that no good lying ass Shooter. We really, at this point, could trade Bambi in for Jessica Dime. Put Bambi on Basketball Wives. But I need my girl Jessica Dime back on this show because, honey, she was my favorite. I love her accent. I thought she was pretty. I thought that she fit in really good with the girls. She has a no-nonsense attitude. They need to put Jessica Dime back on the show. Okay, so next, back in Atlanta, we see Scrap confronting Shooter about messing with his sister. And he feels that Shooter was being sneaky, because him and Shooter are cool. They about to do business together. He like, well, what's tea? Why you didn't bring this up to me? My whole thing with Scrap is, if he just messing with your sister, which he's just screwing her, that's what it sounds like. That's what all it is to him. He keeps saying it ain't all that serious. He's really with Kyiomi. I don't think he told Scrap that, but I'm just saying, if your sister don't mean that much to him, then he ain't gonna tell you him and, your sister is messing around. That just don't seem logical to me. So I didn't get why Scrap was so upset with that. I would be more upset, Scrap, with Shooter's character, period. Because look at how he gets down on the show. He cheated on Sierra with her assistant and shit, who she was cool with, who worked in her damn salon and shit. I mean, he just a no good, dirty something, period. So why does it take him messing with your sister for you to see that he's a ain't shit nigga? Like, what is wrong with you men? But like I say, y'all don't have no morals and no values unless it's, oh, he messing with my sister, now he a bad guy. What about all the shit he do to the other women on the show? I'm just saying, okay? So Shooter is taken aback, honey, that Scrap don't want to work with him. He like, well, I don't think it's that serious. Of course, you don't think nothing is serious. Shit, okay? So, I wouldn't mess with him, period, Scrap. I wouldn't do no business. He's a liar, a cheater, and deceiver, okay? I just wouldn't trust him, period, you guys, in business. So, I'm with you when it comes to that, Scrap. So back in Tennessee, we see the ladies, they go, what is that, snow tubing or snowboarding, honey? I wish it was me. They're doing something indoors. It looks so much fun. It looks like so much fun, you guys. I wish it was me. Now they show us back on the bus before they went snowboarding. I guess Shekinah, Karlie, and Spice was all into it. Y'all know they've been into it the whole trip. Shekinah says that Spice and Karlie just keep digging at her. She feels like they've all, shared some vulnerable moments together when they was talking about the ain't shit men. She thinking shit cool, but no, they keep bothering her, honey, okay? So we see Sierra, she takes a break and calls Shooter and the kids. She wants to check in with them and see how they're doing. Now, did y'all catch her trying to say to Shooter, oh, I love you, I love the kids. Shooter, we could still tell each other that we love each other, even though we not together. Because everything we do together. Ain't that what Kyiomi gonna say? That shit was funny. Sierra, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? You want BK to be faithful, but you're still trying to flirt and hold on to your baby daddy that was never faithful to your ass, that embarrassed your ass all on this show for as long as you've been on here. Why are we looking for love in the wrong places? And that's another sign right there, you guys, that showed me that BK really must not be shit, because you over here lusting and fiending for Shooter, because you want him to tell you he love you. Girl, you need to quit. You can't do that. You are co-parenting. It is all about the kids. You don't need to be talking to him like that. Okay? You can love him all you want in your mind. I get it. It's your child's father, but no. You don't need to be trying to flirt and do all of that. That make you look bad. That make you look desperate. And since you are moving backwards at this point. Okay? Onward and upward. That's what we do. Damn. So next we got Shooter, Cheyenne, and the Kyiomi situation. So we got Kyiomi. She then made some spaghetti, honey, for her, Shooter, and his kids. The daughter, I guess, is not there. She ain't got time for the foolishness. But that son, honey, Shooter's little son said, I don't want that. Kyiomi then put sugar and ketchup in a damn spaghetti. I'm like, ugh, what's wrong with some spaghetti sauce, girl? What is you doing? You better put some water on that shit. Do something, but ketchup? So Shooter ends up telling Kyiomi that he's been talking to Cheyenne, who is Scrap's sister. And she also told him that Scrap, just checked him about talking to his sister, but Shooter doesn't feel like it's a big deal because he's just like, me and her been messing around before I was even cool with him. So I feel like I don't owe him that. And then Kyiomi is just like, oh, so you still talking to his sister? And, Shooter is just like, yeah, but every blue moon. And, Cheyenne went off and got her real estate license and stuff. So once she went and did that left very little time for me. So I had to fill, that time up with you, honey. Okay. And I'm just looking like, damn, a girl can't go and get her education without you stepping out on her. Like, that make me believe they just had some type of open relationship, or they was just screwing him and Cheyenne. That's what I'm gathering. Because you moved on real quick. Like, you couldn't be understanding, but it's Shooter we're talking about. He is a notorious womanizer. I mean, why would anybody think that he would be faithful? Cheyenne, did you see how he did Sierra? Like, girl, what's tea? What's going on? And Kyiomi, you should know better from all the shit that you went through with Bow Wow. Like, girl, you need to be getting your shit together. And Shooter is not cute. Kyiomi, you are a very attractive girl. What are we doing, sis? I see we're moving backwards. Kyiomi tells Shooter, well, it's okay you talk to Cheyenne, but she needs to know I'm the HBIC, when it comes to our relationship, our open relationship. And I'm just like, do you know how stupid you sound? How you gonna be the HBIC of an open relationship? And I think that she's okay with that, you all, because she feels like, well, if I admit to the whole world that it's open and he come back cheating, then I don't look stupid. But bitch, you still look stupid. Okay, make it make sense, and it don't make no damn sense. So we're at Jock's little game event that he done got. He done changed that damn club. What is it called? Miami Beach or whatever the hell he calls it, honey. He then switched it around, trying to have this little event, trying to have the homies come through and the ladies, So anyways, he has his event planner there, Mita, who is a music exec, who is a lawyer, who is a chef. Do y'all notice that Jock tends to mess with women that just have like 6 and 7 degrees, honey? I was just kidding, y'all. I know she's an event planner and a music exec. The other stuff I made up. But I'm just saying, wasn't that real thick girl that Jock was with when he was messing with Karlie? Y'all remember that Miss Piggy looking girl? Her, Khadijah, whatever. I liked her though. I liked her because she didn't play, honey. She mopped the floor with Karlie, honey. But yeah, Jock, ain't you engaged to Kendra? Where is Kendra? Is she gonna make an appearance on the damn show? And Jock, you need to go ahead and get a vasectomy. You got too many kids. Kendra ain't trying to have no damn kids with your ass. You need to stop playing around. But I am very confused, you all, on why he insists on being engaged. And you got this lady, Mita, who you used to kind of mess with and work with and all of that. What is she there for? Then he tells us that this lady, Mita, used to date his friends. I'm like, ugh, just nasty. It's just too much going around, honey. So we got Scrap and his sister Cheyenne. They are at Jock's event. Scrap, why would you invite your sister there knowing that her so-called boyfriend is going to be there with another woman? Maybe he didn't know Kyiomi would be there, but like, why would you hurt your sister like that? And I kind of like Scrap, but that to me was suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, honey. Maybe he wanted her to see all this shit play out in front of her face, because if he tried to tell her anything, maybe she won't believe it. But Cheyenne, you all at the table talking to Mita and Jock, and you telling them how you in this relationship with Shooter, girl. No ma'am, you shouldn't be telling them all that, especially since KK told you that Shooter is messing with somebody else. So anyways, while they talking about all of that, in comes Safari and Erica Mena. What the hell are they doing on this show? I don't want to see their fake ass relationship. Congrats to the beautiful baby. I know she's going to be gorgeous. But Safari and Erica, fake. They should have kept a fake ass on Love and Hip Hop New York, where there's Sin and Joe Budden and that whole conflict of interest with all the exes and Tahiri and all of that. They should have stayed their ass there. I don't know. It's like their reality show hoeing. They're fucking over here and fucking around over here. And I don't want to see it. Just don't hop on no more reality shows. Stay y'all ass on New York. Okay. And why New York, Love and Hip Hop New York didn't have a reunion? Was it that bad in the ratings? I heard the ratings was bad. It shouldn't have been that bad. It has, some good episodes on there. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know. Okay, honey, so the next thing I see, honey, is I see Cheyenne and Scrap. They're sitting down at a table, they're talking, and I believe Cheyenne is waiting on Shooter to come, because I think that Jock had told her, he had invited him. So the next thing I see, honey, is Shooter and Kyiomi coming there with matching white outfits. Okay, and then Cheyenne ain't having it. She like, she gets up. What's going on with this? Scrap trying to calm her down, honey. Shooter introduces the ladies to each other. And then Shooter's just like, yeah, this is Cheyenne. And Kyiomi is just like, hey, Shy. And I'm like, girl, you don't know her like that. But that was shady. That was funny, though. Cheyenne ends up telling Shooter, hey, I need to talk to you alone. We need to, step to the side. I need to holler at you. And then, Kyiomi keeps involving herself like, we gonna all have to talk, because everything we do together, honey. I was like, oh shit, what is going on up in here? So we see Erica and Safari are laughing in the background. I'm like, y'all should just leave. Ain't nobody asked y'all ass to come back. I'm just saying. Safari feels like Shooter is more serious with Kyiomi because, he came in there with the matching outfits. He's claiming her, he's standing right beside her. And I'm just looking like he a no good nigga to everybody. I don't care if he came in there or not. He only like Kyiomi because she's the younger, prettier girl for the time being. There's always somebody younger and prettier, and he'll be right on that boat when it comes. So the hell with that. Cheyenne also lets us know that she already done seen Kyiomi at her brother's house, at Scrap's house, honey, and she was looking all thirsty for him and had an overnight bag with stripper clothes inside. I was like, oh shit. And then, we find out from Kyiomi that she do know Scrap from the strip club or whatever, but ain't nothing going on with them. They just working on music and stuff together. I was like, oh shit. Did y'all peep how happy Scrap was to see Kyiomi? He all smiling when she was speaking to him. He's cheesing and shit. I was like, oh Lord, you trying to screw this whore too? So Cheyenne is getting agitated and annoyed. She's like, what is going on? Everybody keeps saying, what is going on? And she keeps trying to talk to Shooter alone, and she's just getting aggravated. And Kyiomi tells her, girl, you too pretty to be acting like that. So, cause at this point, Cheyenne is losing her shit, and Kyiomi is just, she's in charge. She cool. She just laid back. Girl, you too pretty to be acting like that. Calm down. It ain't that serious, sis. Okay. And then, that's when Cheyenne shot back. No, we need to talk. She kept reiterating that to Shooter, and then here go, Kyiomi. Who is we? She said me and him, bitch. So Cheyenne was getting, buck with Kyiomi and shit. Kyiomi threw her shoe, honey, and then it went off. Cheyenne was about to get at her. Honey, it was just crazy, okay? Who do y'all think would win that fight? I think that damn Cheyenne may be able to take her. She look a little bigger than Kyiomi. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think of that. Now let's get to this next episode, honey. So we pick up from where we left off in episode 6. So episode 7, everybody clears out after the two girls almost fight, and we see Kyiomi and Shooter having a conversation. Shooter ends up asking Kyiomi about her relationship with Scrap. Like, what is going on with that? Like I said before, Kyiomi reiterated that they're just working on music together. It ain't a big deal. They flirt from time to time. Then we see this scene, honey, where Scrap and Kyiomi was talking in the studio, and she rubbing all on him, smiling. I told y'all Scrap want to hit it, okay? Scrap want to hit that girl. And she was like, well, you think I got what it take? He like, yeah, you definitely got what it take. I bet she do, honey, in more ways than one. Kyiomi tells Shooter that she didn't tell him about Scrap because it ain't nothing to tell. We ain't really messing around. And they so damn stupid. This is my whole issue with open relationships. If the shit is open, then why do y'all care about who each other is talking to? It's an open relationship. And here go, Shooter, well, I just don't want to look stupid. I don't know. Should I feel away? Should you, motherfucker? I don't think you should. He is really taken aback by Kyiomi because he's just like, he lets everything go with her, y'all. And he just like, you get your fine ass in that car. I was like, ooh, child. Just letting that young lady get away with everything, honey, okay? Cheyenne, on the other hand, she's embarrassed. She's crying. She's feeling away. She's mad at her brother. Why would you invite me here? This is too much. I can't believe this man is cheating on me. Like, girl, he ain't claiming you, period. So I wouldn't even call it cheating at this point, honey, okay? Cheyenne, you played this whole scene wrong. You supposed to say, look, you know what? He don't give a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck about him either. And you need to pull a Aisha from Poetic Justice when she said, that's the reason why I'm fucking somebody else. That would have went perfectly in the scene. Then you drive off, girl. But girl, y'all, she just cried in that car. Girl. I'm going to skip over Erica and Safari. All they keep talking about is they new baby, they fake ass relationship, yada, yada, yada. Life goes on. Okay. Next, we got Sierra and Karlie. And, you know, you can really tell when when Sierra went down to sit with Karlie, she was in her feelings and she really misses her friends. They trip me out on this show when they be friend. Well, friend sound like ain't none of you bitches a friend. Okay, y'all need to stop saying that like that. But she did look genuine, you know, in this scene with Karlie. She feels bad about her behavior towards her. And Karlie is just like, I don't really tell you nothing, girl, because you don't ask about me, girl. You be all up in your own world and shit. And, you know, Sierra admitted that, you know, she needs to do better when it comes to her friendships. You know, she just grinds and hustles a lot and she ends up losing friends. And she was told that she would never be anything. So that's why, you know, she acts like that in her friendships. That's no excuse, Sierra. You need to stop all this crying and be a better friend. Okay? Be in the present moment. Okay? That's what you need to do. And stop chasing around these ain't shit niggas. You're a nice looking woman with some business acumen. Get your shit together, girl. And Karlie, you need to stop spreading everybody's damn business and maybe you would be a friend because I don't think that you are a victim. I do not feel that life works like that where you keep getting dogged by these men, these women. You are putting out negative energy, Karlie, and you are getting the karma from that. So you need to do a better job too, friend. So they on their little bus and Sierra and Shekinah get into it because Shekinah is just like, well, what did you and Karlie talk about? This, that, and the third. And I think for Sierra, it was a private moment and she didn't want to discuss it. And I'm Team Sierra when it comes to that. So Shekinah and Sierra, they get to arguing back and forth. And, you know, Shekinah in her feelings because she keeps arguing with Karlie and Spice. And, you know, she just feels like everybody is attacking her. So they trying to calm her down. But, honey, it's not working. Bambi is pregnant and annoyed, honey. She ready to go home. She's sick of these heifers, honey. Spice says in her confessional that Shekinah is fake and flaky, and every time she gets a dose of her own medicine, honey, she don't know how to take it. So I don't know about that, you guys. Whose side are you on when it comes to that? I just feel like Shekinah shouldn't have pressed Sierra about what her and Karlie talked about. Their friendship is totally separate from you, and you need to turn around and mind your business, ma'am. Okay? But then her and Spice end up getting into it, you know, because there's still some hurt feelings there. And it's just like, you guys, y'all need to make up. And Shekinah, you need to just turn your ass around. Stop arguing with everybody, girl. Shekinah mentioned she needs them to stop the bus. She need a cigarette, honey. She need a blunt, honey. She just sick of she's sick of Spice and her shit. Spice get off the bus, honey. She ready to fight. Shekinah is running from her and shit. I was cracking the fuck up. Oh, girl, you got all that mouth, but you running. No, I wouldn't want to fuck with Spice either. Oh, Spice is my girl. She from Jamaica and shit. She don't play, okay? She don't play. You don't want the problems, Shekinah. Mimi is sick of all the bickering that has been taking place this whole weekend. She's like, girl, I got to get these girls back together, honey, okay? And Mimi, I see your little home decor, honey, in the background, okay? Bambi ends up leaving the girls to go back to the house because she's sick of them and all that arguing and shit. And honey, I don't blame her, and y'all don't really need Bambi. What does she bring again? I'm just saying. The girls all try to go skiing, and honey, it is just a fool. Sierra and Spice keep falling their ass down. Shekinah keeps falling and shit. Karlie, Mimi, I think she ended up going around pretty good. And Sierra was like, girl, I can't be like her, girl. I ain't got what it takes. We see Kyiomi and Erica. They get together. We all know that these two share a history with the rapper Bow Wow. And, you know, he pretty much did the same shit to both of them. Both of them had miscarriages by him. I guess he was abusive with both of them. They didn't really mention his name, I don't think, but we all know who they was talking about, and they didn't really go into too much details. But Erica pretty much let Kyiomi know that, I saw how you was handling old girl the other night, girl, and you was just letting her know what time it was, and I respect her. She's just like, Kyiomi is confident and she ain't with the shits, and I'm feeling her. I'm down for these two being friends because they are a lot alike, so it only makes sense. Erica, in my opinion, you guys, gave her some bad advice. She kept saying that Shooter was standing by Kyiomi's side the whole time. And yeah, he was, but that does not mean that he is good for her to mess with, because what he do with one bitch, he'll do to the next. Okay, you are nothing special. I don't know why these hoes be trying to make it look like they more special than the next bitch. Okay, whatever he doing to that girl that you making fun of, he will do that shit to you, and it ain't gonna be funny when you in her situation. So girl, I would tread lightly, okay? And I wouldn't even mess with Shooter. He ain't cute, sexy, nothing. He just need to stand there, honey, like a statue. He get the talking and shit. His words and shit be running into each other. I ain't got time for that. So Mimi decides to put a plan together to get Spice and Shekinah together alone on a Ferris wheel. They're both scared of heights, and it works. Shit, they in that mug for 2 minutes, and already Spice is hugging and kissing all on Shekinah, and Shekinah is like, girl, you gonna have to apologize. And Shekinah and Spice like, you need to apologize to me too, friend, because you hurt my feelings, friend. They begin that friend shit. Again, you guys, I like these two together. I think that they genuinely love each other. I really do. They work it out, and it was cute. By the time they got off that Ferris wheel, they was hugging, holding hands. The girls was all happy for them. I was here for that. We see the ladies later on in the hot tub, and Mimi get to asking Karlie about Sierra, and Karlie is just like, it's cool or whatever, our friendship is okay, we've talked through some things, but I'm still hurt and it's still gonna take time, and I'm with Karlie, tread lightly. Shekinah was asked, how she feel about her and Spice and everybody. And Shekinah, honey, is over it. She was just like, I love you girls. And they was like, oh, you sick of our ass. Yeah, she's sick of fussing and fighting with you fools. So I talked about BK already, cheating on Sierra once again. And she just really kills me, because she telling the girls, I'm so done with him, I'm so this, I'm so that, and nobody is believing her. They're not saying nothing back, and I'm just like, Sierra, you need to sit your ass down, because we all know you ain't going nowhere. Sierra also shared with the girls that BK has been on his best behavior, for the most part this year. I was like, that's a damn shame that you even talking like that. You know that you settling, and you go keep settling. But anyway, she said that he created like this fake page, and she said that he's following these exes of his, on this fake page that he has, I guess, on social media. First off, the fact that you even have to go through his phone says everything. Like, girl, be done with that ain't shit nigga. You a nice looking woman. What are we doing? But you guys, as nice looking as these women is, it still looks like they suffer from low self-esteem, because why would you be dealing with somebody like that? Like, girl, you ain't had enough yet? So we see Scrap and Cheyenne in the car. They're going to go meet up with Shooter and Kyiomi for what? I don't understand it, y'all, but I guess. Cheyenne, you a dumbass. Before y'all even meet up with them and you in the car saying that you love Shooter, why would you even still love him? I swear, it don't even matter, you guys. If that would have been my truth, I wouldn't have spoke on it. I would have been like, I ain't got no feelings for him after what he did, okay? Then Kyiomi makes a comment in their car with Shooter. She's talking about, oh, well, you go procreate with this ugly ass bitch. I thought she was just pretty, but you was being shady, I guess. And I don't think that Cheyenne is ugly at all. So I didn't understand the reason for that comment. So as soon as they arrive at the meeting, we got Cheyenne and Shooter. They're going back and forth. Shooter is letting her know you wasn't around for me when you went to, pursue your little real estate license and stuff. So what was I supposed to do? How you gonna be mad at me for messing with other chicks? So somehow, honey, it comes up in a conversation that Cheyenne has been around Shooter's children. Shooter, you a ain't shit nigga. Why do you have either one of these bitches around your children? You doing too much. Kyiomi loses her shit when she finds out Cheyenne has been around Shooter's kids. Why? It's a open relationship. You ain't supposed to be getting upset, sis. And then you kept your cool at Jock's event, but now you out here outside acting a damn fool in front of Cheyenne about the fact that he had his kids around her. And she told you, I've been messing with him for 2 years. So of course I know his kids, and I was just like crazy. So Cheyenne and Kyiomi end up going back and forth saying, you don't want this. Kyiomi says you wasting our time. Then Kyiomi says in her confessional, men can't be trusted. You think, bitch? You think? I like how Cheyenne brought up, well, you need to be worried about why you was at my brother's house trying to fuck with him. Honey, when she said that, I was like, I know that's right, bitch. Put it all out there. Then Shooter getting his confessional. Yeah, he gonna try to check me for not telling him about me and his sister, but the whole time he been messing with Kyiomi. I was like, oh, shut up, shit. You can't even get mad, nigga. Okay? You can't get mad. Kyiomi asked Scrap, did we ever mess around? And Scrap said, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Shooter like, oh, that's a BS answer. I was like, oh, shit, did something happen? Something did probably happen with those two. The way she was rubbing all on him, honey. Say, Kyiomi, she ends up getting in the car, so she walks off, and then Scrap says, why don't Cheyenne and Shooter, why don't y'all talk? So he walks off too. And then Cheyenne, why are you keep arguing with this man? Asking this man, why are you messing with her? What is you doing? Why? Don't ask questions. Accept the reality of the fucking situation, sis, and move the fuck on along. Shooter get to telling her, well, being with me is like a job. You weren't calling, you weren't texting. What was I supposed to do? Shit, I done already refilled your job. I wish his ugly ass would be talking to me all crazy like that. He need to go on somewhere. Cheyenne called him a fuckboy, and she's sick of fucking with fuckboys. Kyiomi gets her ass back out the car like, Shooter, we need to go. Why is you still talking to this bitch? The girls almost start fighting again, honey, and the shit went off. Y'all get down in those comments. Let me know, how did you feel about these last 2 episodes of Love and Hip Hop ATL. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.